is Vikramshila National School. Today I am going to present my presentation. It's the science lesson. The lesson is the plant growth substances. Firstly, I am going to talk about the introduction to the plant growth substances. Do you know what is the main function of the plant? The main function of the plant is to do photosynthesis. What is meant by photosynthesis? The photosynthesis is the process the plant produce foods by using water, air and soil using sunlight. They helps to growth of the plant also. This is the process of the photosynthesis, and these are the components that need to do photosynthesis: the water, soil, sunlight and air. Okay, now I am coming to my lesson. It's the plant growth substances. What is meant by plant growth substances? The chemical compound which regulate the growth of the plant are called the plant growth substances. Some plant growth substances promote the growth of the plants while some inhibit in the growth of the plant. As examples, auxins, gibberellins and cytokinins. The auxins. The auxin are helps to plant growth substances promoting the hormones in the plants which produce in the tip of the shoots and roots. The auxins stimulates the cell elongation in the stem and roots. The stem affects turn towards the lights due to the dissimilar cell elongation. The auxins move to darker side of the plant, causing the cells to there to grow the longer than corresponding cells on the other side of the plant. Now you can see the picture of auxins. Next I am going to explain the gibberellins and cytokinins. These are the picture of the gibberellins. The gibberellins promote the mainly elongation of the stem and growth of the fruits. This is the picture of gibberellins. And next move to cytokinins. The cytokinins accelerate the cell division. It is helps to growth of the parts of the plant. It means the leaves, fruits, stems and roots. This lesson, my part is over. The next parts will be discussed by my friends. Thank you for all of you.
Hi Aaron, do you know what is the reason for falling leaves and fruits when they mature? Okay, now I am going to tell you what is the reason for that. The main reason for that making abscission layer in fruits and leaves stalk. The abscission layer is destroy the supply of nutrients travel to these fruits and leaves. After some days, leaves and fruits falling down. Do you know artificial growth substances? No? Okay, now I am going to explain it. Firstly, 2,4-dichlorophenoxyacetic acid and the 2,4-5-trichlorophenoxyacetic acid. It is used to broadly fungicide for paddy field. And the indole acetic acid and the indole butyric acid. It is used to grow fruits quickly. And the naphthalene acetic acid. It is used to flowering pineapples in off-season. Last one is the cytosol. It is used to get mango fruits in off-seasons. Now I am going to show some photos of these chemical growth substances. These are the pictures of dichlorophenoxyacetic acid. This is the pictures of indole acetic acid and this is the picture of naphthalene acetic acid. These are the pictures of cytosol. Thank you.
Hi everyone, today I am going to discuss a new lesson, that is support and movements of animals. How animals move? Are all the animals are used same body parts? No, they use different type of body parts to move. They use limbs, wings, fins and some microorganisms are used their specified body parts to move. the different type of movements of the microorganisms. Amoeba use pseudopodia or the false feet to move, and Euglena use flagellum, and Paramecium use cilias for locomotion. Lion use limbs, dolphin use fins, crow use wings. Snail muscular foot, leech muscular foot, earthworm muscular foot because they are annelids, so they use muscular foot to locomotion. Human, we use legs to locomote. Thank you.
Hi friends, I'm Rashmi. Today I'm coming to air my views on support and movement of organism. Let's move to the lesson now. Bones, muscles and joints. For an example, if we get animals, mammals, amphibians, reptiles have bones, muscles and joints. But some reptiles have, some of them haven't. Then discuss. Discuss mean fish. Fish has only muscles and bones. Don't has joints. Now you can see a picture of a human skeletal system and the picture of a human muscular system. Muscles are held for maintaining the body shape, giving rigidity and movement. There are three types of muscles. What are they? Skeletal muscle, smooth muscle and cardiac muscle. Skeletal muscles are situated near our bones. Smooth muscles are situated near our urinary tract, digestive tract and respiratory wall. Cardiac muscles are very special for us. The reason for it, cardiac muscles are only situated in our heart. The way I think. Now you can see a picture of heart, muscles and urinary tract. The cardiac muscle, skeletal muscle, smooth muscle also you can see now. Features of muscles. They are arranged as fibers. They have an ability to contract or relax. After contracting or relaxing, they can be come into the previous position. Thank you for all of you.
Hi everyone, today I am here to teach you a new lesson. What is the lesson? Movements of plants. In here you have to discuss about what are the movements of plants and what are the types of movements. Okay, let's move to our lesson. You can see there is a simple question in here. What is the question? What is meaning by movements of plants? What is the answer point? Growth of a parts in a plant as a response to the stimulus or the changes of the locations due to the turgor changes means the movements of plants. There are two types of movements of plants. What are they? Tropic movements and nastic movements. Please look at this history and recall it with me. Growth of parts in a plant as a response to the stimulus or the changes of the locations due to the turgor changes is known as the movements of plants. There are two types of movements of plants. They are the tropic movements and nastic movements. Okay, then we have to discuss about what are the differences between tropic movements and nastic movements. First, the tropic movements. Tropic movements occur due to the effects of the plant's growth substances like as water, sunlight, hormones and nutrition. Okay. Next point. There are 6 types of the tropic movements. What are the tropic movements? Phototropism, geotropism, chemotropism, pygmatropism, thermotropism and hydrotropism. Okay, recall it with me again. Phototropism, geotropism, chemotropism, pygmatropism, hydrotropism and thermotropism. All those things can be divided into 2 groups mainly. That means we take examples for the geotropism. The geotropisms can be divided into 2 groups like the positive geotropism and negative geotropism. Okay? Then other point. Positive tropism occurs towards the stimulus, but the negative tropism occurs away from the stimulus. Can you understand what I am saying? I think you can understand what I say. Okay, let's move to our next slide. Then we have to identify the phototropism. Do you know there are two types of phototropisms? What are they? Positive phototropism and negative phototropism. In this year, you have to learn about only the positive phototropism. So therefore, I discuss only positive phototropism. Stems and shoots apex drawing towards the light is called as the positive phototropism. Okay, what is called as a positive phototropism? If the stems and shoots apex drawing towards the light. Okay, please look at the screen. You can see this is sun and this is sunflower. The sunflower, you know the sunflower turns into the directions with the sun is rise. Okay. Another one. Other picture denote the orchid flower. The light is fallen to the orchid flower from this direction. Okay. So therefore that is the reason the orchid flower turn into this side. Can you understand? Okay. Let's move to other slides. Geotropism. What is called as a geotropism? Growth of a living organisms in response to gravity means a geotropism. What is meaning by the geotropism? Growth of a living organism response to gravity. Okay. There are two types of geotropisms. They are the positive geotropism and negative geotropism. Please look at the screen. This picture denoted the both of the positive geotropism and negative geotropism. Okay. Then we have to discuss about the positive geotropism. If the roots are growing towards the ground, means the positive geotropism. What is meaning by the positive geotropism? If the roots are growing towards the ground. Okay? Please look at this picture. You can see the roots are growing towards the ground. No? Okay. Then move to other slides. Negative geotropism. Stems of the plants growing away from the ground means the negative geotropism. What is meaning by the negative geotropism? Stems of the plants growing away from the ground. Okay? Please look at this picture. You can see the shoots are growing away from the ground. No? Okay. Let's move to this side. Other one is the hydrotropism. There are two types of hydrotropism. They are the positive hydrotropism and negative hydrotropism. Okay. Roots are more towards the water source means the hydrotropism. Not the hydrotropism, positive hydrotropism. Okay. What is meaning by the positive hydrotropism? If the roots are moving towards the water source. Okay. Please look at this picture. You can understand this soil layer is a moist soil layer. Okay. So therefore the roots are in here. But after some time the soil layer become dry and water level is in there only. So therefore the roots are turned into this side. That is the reason the roots are turned to this side. Okay. Okay. Let's move to our next slides. What is our next slides? Chemotropism. Movements of plants in response to chemical stimuli means the chemotropism. What is meaning by the chemotropism? Movements of plants in response to the chemical stimuli. Please look at this picture. You can see this is a structure of the shoe flower and this is an embryo cell. Please identify the picture by look at this. Okay. Please recall it with me again. Movements of plants in response to chemical stimuli means the chemotropism. Okay. Let's move to our other slide. Then stigmatropism. Coiling of frontiers in some plants with the supports plants means the stigmatropism. There are two types of stigmatropism. They are the positive stigmatropism and negative stigmatropism. Okay. Please look at this picture. By looking this, you can identify the stigmatropism. Okay. Please recall the meaning of it again. Coiling of frontiers in some plants with the supports plant means the stigmatropism. Okay. Next, move to our next slide. What is our next slide? The thermotropism. The plants grow in the directions away from the sources of heat or cold means the thermotropism. Simply it can be identified as a plants growing away from the heat or the cold. Okay. You can see the pictures. Can you identify those clearly? Okay. Let's move to our next slide. What is our next slide? The short definitions for the tropic zones. Okay, that means the short definitions for the tropic movements. First, the tropism is the stigmatropism. What is the definition? Response to touch. Okay. Another one is a hydrotropism, response to water. And the chemotropism, response to colors. The other one is a thermotropism. It responds to cold and the heat. Other one, gravitropism or the geotropism. It responds to gravity. And the lastly, the phototropism. Responds to little light. Can you understand what I say? Okay, I think you can understand. Now I move to my next slide. Nastic movements. In the nastic movement, response of the directions does not depend on the directions of the stimuli. What is meaning by the nastic movements? In the nastic movement, response of the directions does not depend on the directions of the stimulus. Are you understand? Okay. What are the examples? Slipping or shrinking of the leaves in some plants when dark fall. What are the examples? Mimosa, turmeric and Kadurumurunga. You can see the picture of a mimosa. Okay, let's move to our next slide. What is our next slide? Flowers blooming with the sunrise. There is a special name for identify that. What is the special name? Photonastic movement. What is the name? Photonastic movement. You can see the some flowers are blooming in the sunrise. What are the flowers? Aralia flower, sunflower, lotus and then Rukathana. Okay. Okay, next move to our next slide. Sleepy movements duration. Sleepy movements duration. What is meaning by this? Seismonastic movements. We call it as a seismonastic movement. Okay, you can see the pictures of the Badura and the Mimosa. Are you understand the today lesson? I think you can understand today lesson clearly. Okay. Thanks for joining us. This assignment was given by our class teacher, Mrs. Shamali Enapathirana. Thank you, teacher. And don't forget to subscribe our YouTube channel. I am Pujani Lekambi from Kuliyapitiya Sarnath National College. Goodbye and